Graduate Research Month is underway at the University of Otago as the institution celebrates the work of its postgraduates. 39 Dunedin News is hosting 4 of the city's young academics to find out just what that work is. The second in that series is Tanya Flynn, whose challenge tonight is to explain her work in genetics. Good evening, Tanya.
Good evening.
Now tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from and what you studied as an undergraduate.
Well, I'm originally from Taranaki, a little town called Waitara, and I went to the local high school there. And about 6.5 years ago, I turned up here as a 17-year-old undergraduate and to do a BSc in genetics, and then I also discovered anthropology, so I have 2 degrees, one in genetics and one in anthropology.
Now your research looks at gout. Tell us about the condition.
Well, it's a disease where you get these immense attacks of pain in your joints that last 2 to 3 days or a week, and then they just go away again, and then another day you'll get another one. And some people get them once every week, other people get them every 4 years or something. It's very random how often people get them.
Now you're looking for genetic causes of gout. How do you go about that?
Well, the lab that I'm working in for the past about 5 years has been collecting a bunch of people who have gout and a bunch of people who don't have gout. And what I do is I take the people who have gout and I get their DNA sequence, the blueprint of how their body works, and the people who don't have gout, either one, and get their blueprint, and I compare the 2 blueprints between the people with gout and the people who don't have gout, and I say, well, what's different in the people that have gout? What is it that's causing their gout?
Now you're also studying environmental factors. Tell us about that.
Well, for a very long time it's been known that eating certain foods can bring on a gout attack and such things. And so we're also building up this whole knowledge base that your genes interact with your environment. So if you eat certain things, your genes might react in different ways and things. So I'm looking at mainly what foods it is that people eat that make them more likely to get a gout or not.
What are the possible practical uses of your research?
Well, my research it can help inform how people are treated. So far the lab I work in has discovered that Māori and Pacific Island people are far more likely to get gout than Caucasian people. And doing the genetic stuff makes them less likely to get stigmatised saying, oh, it's all your fault, because it's in their genes, it's not their environment that they're interacting in. And then the environment stuff, you can say, oh, well, you should probably avoid these few things that are more likely to make you get gout.
What attracted you to study in this field?
Well, I've always been interested in how people work, and I always found genetics interesting at school. And so looking at diseases in people, which then kind of gives you more information about how people's bodies work, really just, it interests me.
Now, what are your hopes for your career once this aspect of your studies is over?
Well, eventually I want to be the head of a lab like what I work in, so after I finish this degree I'll have to go on and work as a minion for a bit longer until I'm experienced enough to carry on and direct other people to do research.
Wonderful stuff. Good luck with that. Tanya Flynn, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.